Hello. Let's hope I got that all right. Let me see if I managed to remember all the steps. There we go. Audio and music. My face is on screen. All right. Welcome back to another fun day. Here we go. I have the old game running. So um, just, uh, just to catch up of what we did, what the game is. So we are making a basically an endless runner game. In this case, it's just going to be a vertical one. Who knows? Maybe one day we go 3D. Maybe we can fake the 3D by using 3D appearing assets, such as isometric. I had no idea for that. So um, we're going to be using .NET MAUI just because it's a cross-platform for us and it's cool and I work on it, so I might as well test it. And for drawing the pictures, we're going to be using SkearSharp because SkearSharp is cool. I work on that and I use it, so yeah. So that's the thing. So the .NET MAUI app, we're using SkearSharp, and our goal here is to just have fun, try some new things, and I want to try and see if I can just make a game that sort of is semi. You can put it on the store and people would download it. I've been doing development for like almost 10 years now, and I still have no app on the store. I've been, doing fun development for even longer. So I still have an app on the store, so it's about time to get there. So a quick overview of the code is it's quite simple in the sense of the UI. We have one page. There's one page. This is a XAML page. Let's just run it again and let's look at what it is. So we have this basic UI for now. Obviously, we can style it later. I am no styling guru, so it's going to be a bit of time. As you can see here, we've got a label for score, we've got a label for grid. This is just native controls. And then for this actual canvas of the game, we're going to have using Skier to draw the canvas. And of course, we can do touch gestures. That's now broken, which is going to be interesting to figure out why that broke, but it's not for us to worry about now. So we're doing that, and we've set up a basic sort of game to make things fall down and all that. So right now it's black dots moving downhill. It doesn't look anything like an endless runner. It looks like an endless runner, but it doesn't look like anything we want to play, right? We don't want to be a blue dot dodging it. But before we dive into reinventing pictures and stuff, I thought let's make the game more fun, and then I can try and generate some images with AI of something. The theme of the game had sort of came because I got a new baby, and the baby is likes to make a poop, likes to have bottles, likes to cry. I don't know. So we're gonna try and use that theme of a newborn baby with poop on the floor or dirty diapers as hazards. That's gonna take a life, and maybe getting a bottle um, is gonna make baby happy. So we're gonna basically, it's a time-based infinite runner, and you run out of lives and die. So right now, as you see, I am the blue dot, and there's black dots attacking me. But they're doing nothing, and there's no difference between the good things and the bad things. So for a start, let's assume we're just going to have bad black things, and we're going to just make us lose a life. And then we can add the good things. I don't know. Let's make it gold or something, and you get a score when you collide with that. So let's have a look at the code and see where we are, and then start implementing some features. So our core engine, if you will, is a game class. This has some basic sort of operations. We have a few constants, for example, just padding around it, just so that things don't hit the side. We've got a run speed, which may or may not be the correct amount. We've got a lane count. So in this game we got 3, but we could potentially have a multi 4-lane or something if we want to. And there's new sprite time. you know, um, I must add comments. I'll have to do that, but instead of me writing comments now, the new sprite is every third of a second a new black dot for spawn. Just for now. Obviously, we're gonna have different objects, different spawn times, different locations, different occurrences. Um, that we can do later. So the game has sort of a couple of things you can do. You can move the player, and when the way it moves is when the gesture recognizer fires, we just basically detect the direction that it swiped, and we move the player left or right. And the way we do that is we set the desired lane on the player. So if we currently is in lane 0, if I move to the right, it goes to 1, and then like that. We have a little update loop. This is just going to basically draw sprites. Every time the frame ticks over, we loop through all the sprites. The sprites are the little black dots, and we call update on it. We can have a look at that in a second, and we calculate the new Y location, which is moving downwards. And I'm not sharing my screen, so that was a total fail. Let me share my screen like a real thing. All right, let's start that again. Here we have our endless runner game. We've got a simple UI. As I mentioned, we're just using XAML for labels, and we can using data binding to update the values on there. And it's not perfect yet. It looks a bit weird, but we're going to fix that later. So the black dots falling down are not too amazing, but we're going to fix that later. But what we want to do is sort of get some game generating cool imagery, but not actually having a game for the cool images to go on. So as I mentioned, we've got some variables about, lanes, running speed, sort of like in this case, the new sprite time. That's how many seconds it takes before it spawns something new, but we can obviously extend that and have some additional things. We have an operation to move the player. Also have as I have here, a loop to update the position. So it's pretty simple. We have a loop, and we call update on the sprite that will do something, which we'll have a look at in a second, and then the rest is basically recalculating position. If it goes off the screen, we just remove it, right? It's not part of the gameplay. And the same with the player. The player, we just update the coordinates. They are not moving down, but they are basically making sure that we draw the player, or we move the player to the correct location. Where things should be in the loop, maybe not the greatest place, but for now, update doesn't work, and then we just literally calculate that. And of course, drawing right now is just calling draw on each sprite, nothing too exciting. We'll have a look at that exactly, just drawing a dot. And of course, we've got a basic bit of operation here to spawn a new obstacle at a certain point. Basically, all it does is add a new sprite. So, and this is just the ticker. So what are these sprites that we're looking at, right? They're very simple. They're just passing along. We have an animated value, so every time the ticker ticks, we just call update on it, and we can have a look at that. But basically, sprites, very simple. A player is literally overriding it just so that we can draw a circle, and the same with an obstacle, which we call it, just drawing a circle. Nothing exciting there, right? We just wanted to get the last two episodes. We just wanted to get something on the screen, something moving, and yeah. I think I broke the after resizing the window. The gesture doesn't work, so I'm not sure if that's me, if that's something. But for now, we have a little blue dot moving as I swipe. I don't know if my swipes are not coming up on the thing, but effectively I am. Oh, there, I can swipe with the mouse, right? So this is a cool game. Let's go ahead and start to deal with losing lives when you get hit with a black thing. Now, before we can do that, we need to understand how sprites exist. Currently, they exist as a point, so there's no size to it, so we can't do collision detection and all of that. So what I'm going to do is basic collision detection. We're going to just use a rectangle. We could use like a path. In fact, let's use a path, right? So we can. I wonder if regions are better. Let's just see. I wonder if regions are better. Can we detect intersect? See there, a region can intersect with another region. So maybe I don't actually know the difference between a region and I think a path is more complicated, so we can draw it. So let's use a region. Region feels cool, right? We've got some operations we can intersect and all of that. So let's the base sprite we can do. Let's add a new one here, and we will do rather public SK region, and this will be the thing that I'm thinking. We got location and region. Does region have coordinates? It does. So I wonder if we should rather, instead of using location, let's use the bounds. I wonder if can we move region bound? Let's see what operations we got on region, right? Because we want the be able to do detection instead of uh, we don't need to move the region actually. We can assume the region is a quick reject, intersects, we translate. Okay, let's let's call this not shape. All right, so let's go with that. I think that because updating the region every frame, it's going to have to move the region and it's going to have to do calculations. So if we have like a circle, we have to offset the pixels, or we're gonna. It's probably not too bad, but we might as well just have a point, and we can. The region wraps around that point. So let's open Paint quickly. So let's just say we have. I don't know. Let's just say we have a baby bottle, right? Oops, that doesn't look as like I don't know, glue. The we can decide. Okay, we want to have um, like the location. Where do we want the location? So when we calculate, let's say we want the location center to be there. We could even have it at the bottom. And basically, the region coordinates are relative to whatever origin we want. So this technically we can call this origin. There we go. And then so when you want to do a calculation to see if a shape, I don't know if that makes sense actually. I was gonna have to offset it each time. Um, do they have? I don't know what's a good one actually. I'm just thinking about. I was gonna think of because you don't really want to keep like it's semi-expensive. So if the let's say you've got a complicated path, you're gonna have to keep moving the path on where it is on the screen. So clone this. Path is I think a little more complicated. lines, moves, compute, bounds. We've got transform. We've got a up, simplify, type, bounds, winding. Yeah, yeah. Not sure what is good here. So let's go with the region. Let's see what happens. So we want to detect when two regions crash into each other, right? So in our game loop, we're going to update the sprite locations, update the player location, and then detect any collisions. So look at that for each sprite. I think I liked whatever I saw there for each sprite. Okay, it's not that one. For each sprite in sprites. Okay, we're going to loop through each sprite, and then when you do sprite dot um, overlaps, and then let's do player, right? So we want to do if sprite overlaps the player, then we're going to assume that all sprites are bad. Or it doesn't matter, right? We're going to loop through them all, and if they're bad, we'll do it. But let's assume right now they're all bad, and we do lives remaining minus minus, right? So we actually let's do it even if sprite is obs. Yep, yawning a bit there, a little bit tired. Matthew needs his rest. All right, so something like that. Else we only got that, so a player can't overlap the player. So our current issue is when the player is created, we want to draw. Let's do region, no, shape equal to new. For now, we're just going to make a region. It's a rectangle. I wonder if let's just go the you know what? Let's just do a rectangle for now. Let's go rect. The reason I want to do that is just I want to get some basic math on the screen, beeping and winning. So this rect is going to be assuming the origin. So as I mentioned, we're going to have the origin in the middle, so we can move it if we ever want to. And just to keep it the same size, our current radius is 20. So our rect is going to be around the origin. So we do not create, actually no, another way is the way rect works is a bit annoying in my OG design. It's not like X, Y, width, height. The constructor is left, top, right, bottom. So we're going to do minus 20 by minus 20, and the right is going to be 20 and oops and 20, right? So we are effectively creating a 40 by 40 rectangle around the origin point rather than drawing it in the typical top left coordinate. And just to see how this works, we can do canvas.save, canvas.translate origin, and then of course we're going to do canvas.let's do that, and canvas.restore. So this one we're going to do style is equal to stroke. So we're just going to draw a red border around our player. Hello, Pedro. How's it going? I am semi-tired. I'm making it up as I go along. Um, Oops, I need to generate that method. For example, we're just going to do false. False for now. A second. We just need to work out. No, public. Let's do that. We might not want to. For example, we've got a player who's going to have allow his hands to touch it and get away with it or something if we decide to do that. It's in a virtual method, we don't really have to think too much about the design. We could use all the best patterns and practices, but if we do that, there we go. There's that little red rectangle, and as we move it, the red rectangle follows us. Right. Now, obviously, we also want to do the same thing for obstacles. Let's go over to player and add a shape. And in the case of obstacle, we have the same thing. And our shape is going to be 15, right? We're just going to do 15 for now. So the new ones should be getting red rectangles. Are they? Oops, I got to draw it. I have to draw it. I wonder if I use the genius of inheritance and we got that. Right, so you got a sprite. Oh, that needs to be. There we go. So all the little, everything has a little red block around it. Okay. Now to detect collisions, at this point, I'm beginning to think I would have to loop over all the sprites, and then each time I would have to recalculate its new bounds. Moving the ball, the blue ball, I'm currently just using a swipe gesture recognizer. And when we swipe, so we can use, for example, I can use the mouse. I will, yeah, you can see I'm dragging it there. I'm obviously going to add, well, obviously, I'm going to add a keyboard version as well. This is mostly for a mobile, which you won't have a keyboard, so I was doing touch first. But when I say that, I mean, keyboard works the same. I'm probably going to figure out how to have a global key recognizer. I think the community toolkit may have something. Or we added accelerators in Maui, so I'll have a look at that. But yeah, so it's quite some. I didn't realize we had a swipe gesture recognizer that returned that. So Maui has some features that someone implemented many moons ago and I didn't know about. But yeah, yeah, and so there we go. We got our little red block. So let's work out collisions. Right now it's like, oh, we could just move the rectangle, but I'm worried that if you have a complicated shape, maybe it's the trick is when we go to the sprite, the super easy way would be like, if uh, if shape dot intersects with um, sprite sprite dot shape. No, this right now is a rectangle, so we got a nice SK rect, and there's our lines going down. Whoop, 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 whoop. I wonder if I was to stick a breakpoint here. If one of these sprites, the obstacle player, obstacle, okay. Oh, That's right, because all our shapes are in the same position, um, 0 in the origin, and we just fake moving the thing. So we need to move this. So we could either we could update the location when instead of setting the origin, we say let's do away with the origin and we just set the bounds. The trick may be is that sprite dot shape dot we would do something like, well, in this case it's got, we want offset. We have to recalculate the rectangle. There's no like move to position. In the same way, if I had this as a, let's go back to there. If this was, for example, let's just say escape region, right? Because we want more complicated shapes. We don't have, do we have intersects? Oh my gosh, the inconsistency hurts me. Um, So okay, this front is moving. So let's update dot shape, and then we're going to see. Okay, what options do we have here? Like we're creating the clip iterator. Let's not delve into that right now. We can get the boundary path. We can get the intersects, is complex, is rect, quick contain, set path, set rect, set region, and maybe translate. Like potentially we could work out the old location and the new location and then translate to the difference. I mean, um, that we could do that on every frame, but we're going to have to in order to do collections. So maybe we keep origin. Let's just go with that for now, and let's make this a full property. So origin gets that, but when you set the origin, we're going to move the shape. So we've got the current origin. So for current, oh yeah, we can do that afterwards. So we do shape. Set is equal to the value take away origin. Let's do underscore, and then we do shape dot translate translate, and then we do offset dot x, offset dot y, and then we set the value. So okay, I'm beginning to think region is very int I based, right? Everything's integer. Now it might be fine because we're working a drawing. Where is this used? I wonder if it's, we want floating point, right? Even though we can't really draw floating point, having it half pixel may have a smoother animation. Especially with scaling, it's going to be in position pixel, in our mind, oh, the second pixel, but because of the scaling, it might be in a different position. So let's do away with region and do escape path. There we go. It was going to get there eventually. Transform, and then we can do translation. Oh, I think can we do that? No. Oh, I need to add some overloads. Okay. Oops. There we go. So we calculate the offset, we transform it, and then we draw it. So let's path. We're drawing the path, and let's not now because we're moving it. path dot 6 over see, now this is where we get into a place where what cool operations do we have to detect if it's overlapping? Offset. Oh, there's offset. Oh, look at that. We don't need to use that fancy transform stuff. So we can just do that, but before we do that, we've got transform and path round rect, iterator up with 2 paths, result, maybe, not result, simplify. No documentation on this method. So, but this is where we don't have path up, intersect. So we don't recalculate the path. Yeah, this is where region is cool, is that region is able to do detections. Let's go back to region. Region is a better one for doing this. And we're going to try and make it work. There we go. We're going to lose some pixels. It's okay. Oh, my hand is starting to swell up. I was stung by a bee right on the hand, which is amazing to experience. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we did, and let's see if it works. So, well, obviously we renamed it to from location to origin, but nothing has changed. And then of course we have a little check here to make sure that no object is overlapping obstacles. Our code for obstacles and player is very simple. We just add a new shape which starts off at 0, 0, and we basically later on move it. Our origin basically just transforms the shape. So when you set the position, move to position 20 by 20, it shifts the shape. And of course, we added a cool little debug draw as well as a collision checker. Let's see, everything is it's not hunky-dory. SK region, and then we do new SK rect. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's the reason it's a simple construction because let's see, IntelliSense had it there. Tab to accept it. There we go. We love it. And then of course in this case we'll do just quickly region dot shape dot bounds dot width divided by 2. Let's just do that. No, it's not. Oh my gosh, I've lost control of my laptop. Let's keep it there. I'm trying to get all complicated for no apparent reason. I don't need to. All of this numbers are going to be replaced. So let's see. I think the regions are going to draw in a slightly wrong location. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. So I'm drawing the circle from the center. There we go. Amazing. Our lives are going to smash down. I feel like either my eyes, let's slow that down. My eyes are telling me that things are going weird, but I just think it's my eyes. Let's go to run speed, 50 pixels a second, like some super slow. I love it when it hot reloads and I have to change constant and to shut down the whole thing. There you go. Oh my god. What is happening? I bet you it's off by all those floating points that we cast into an end. It's like, oh, just cast to an end. Yeah. Uh, we are going to have to fix those at some point. Let's see. How can we? That's because we're not. The floating point is also not super accurate. So what if we do something different? Instead of calculating every time, and we create a new this one's late. Technically, we create a region from a path, and then. But I think what I want to do is rather. It's just going to have to create a new object every frame, which is never any good. I'm not even sure. Like what am I actually wanting? I'm wanting. Do I even need the region? See, if I need to move the block, I have to either offset the shape. So I start off with a shape somewhere on the screen, and I have to move it down every time. But that's resulting, as we can see here, lost precision because the region happens to only work with um, integers. A path, we can do a path, but there's no way to detect if a path overlaps a path, I believe. I mean, there is a way, a very expensive way. We calculate the intersection of the path and we check to see if the intersection is null or not. For example, we can use the op here and say, hey, is it overlapping? So I wonder how bad it would be, right? To just let's just take this and say, okay, shape. But I can't clone the region. That's the problem. I can totally clone the region. So in the intersection, this is using shape uh, using bar place, and we're going to do new SK region shape, and then we're going to do shape in place dot. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling like the fact that I've got a using statement. I'm literally got classes and stuff, but I mean, what we got sprite.shape. And then we do shape in place intersects with sprite in place. Let's see. Oh, I have an error somewhere. Oh my goodness, what is that? Right, something's clearly gone wrong. Oh, I might have to restart because I've redefined what a shape is. Okay. there's some shapes in the corner. I suppose that's rendering. Probably should just stop it, change the speed, and there we go. All right. Now, obviously, it's counting down at a high speed because uh, we're detecting the overlap, but then we keep doing it until it's gone. So what we're going to do is overlap with player. Then we do sprite dot. Oh, we can just remove it. No, can't. Have to work from the bottom up because we have to modify the collection and it will explode on us. So we loop through all the ones. If it overlaps, no matter what happens, we remove it and then we drop. So let's see, we've got a massive minus 2006. Oh, okay. So that is a bit obvious now that we can basically avoid any high tech sort of algorithm to to detect, oh, it's been collided with finished playing, right? If you hit the bottle, you're picking up the bottle instantly. So let's see. Speed should now be able to. It's more fun to play. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Oh no, I'm losing lives. But we're only losing it one time. All right. So there we go. We have basic collision happening. So let's have a look. I wanted to remove this weird draw the debug, mostly because oh well let's move it in there. In the sprite, we got this. This is quite expensive. I wonder if we can cache this. Let's do this. Let's do make this private for now, and we're gonna do. Well, let's make it public. Public SK region um, shape at origin. There we go. Gift. Okay. Then origin. Return that all. There we go. And oops. No, we don't want those hotkeys. I guess we're gonna have to convert this into a look at that. I'm spending all this time trying to find that perfect there we go. So the shape changes. This needs to be a full property. I feel like IntelliSense has given up on me. Oh, I haven't I? Oh, my bad. What was the reason to not use SK region in the properties? Oh, the I mean, it's going to be one way or the other. But I didn't want to use it in the properties, because what was happening was every time the frame ticks over, it's going to be 16, 60 frames a second. The offset may be, zero point 0.5 pixels, or yeah, I'm copying and pasting. I'm gonna do that. So what was happening was we were getting a bit of drift in that, um, because region only works with whole integers, because it's meant to be a high speed, collision detection and stuff like that. So what was happening is that we would get a zero point 0.5 pixels has changed. So what we do is we offset by 0.5, cast it to an end, which is 0. So the actual regions were never moving per frame. What we want to do is we want to do it like on demand. So even though it's changing per frame, we only say, okay, give us the region and then transform it to its final location. So it's already accumulated in the origin. So let's say we start origin at 0, 0, we move one frame, it's going to be like 0.1 pixels moved, and then we cast that to an int, and then the region actually never moves. So what we do is when we want to calculate the sort of the final shape location, we take the region, we copy it, and then we translate it to, yeah, this is wrong. So if shape at origin is object is not null, then return shape at origin, turn that, and then of course we do that. Oh, you know what? Let's be like a normal proper code. There we go. So you were saying what a region? Yeah. So region with a drift, yeah, and shouldn't dispose it at origin before assigning? Yes, we should. So we create a new region, we assign it. If it's now, we do it. Otherwise, we do that. In this one, I am going to just do a spooge and is equal to now. There we go. And the same thing needs to happen with, oops, page. And a region is a nullable one. Set shape underscore shape underscore shape. Region will be nullable. Wonder how that's going to handle all this other stuff. But draw region shape, that's probably not a valid thing. But let's do that. So shape can't actually be now, but we will deal with that in a second. And of course, when shape changes, we want to do the exact same thing as this. So there we go. So the shape changes, and then we just reset the shape. When the origin changes, we reset the shape. Now, theoretically, hopefully, we can use some basic collision detection so we can avoid creating this shape at origin. So, but we'll do that in a second. Let's not over optimize. So this, we don't want to do this. So if you overlaps, we can do shape at origin, spray dot shape at origin. There we go. Let's go back. So effectively, we want to only create this expensive object on demand, and yeah, we've got only on demand, and we do that. So we can actually add like some additional shape dot. Do we have a bounds? Yeah, we can do something like. Is that even settable? Let me just check that quickly. Set. Um, bounds dot offset. Yeah, so we can do like shape bounds is equal to shape with bounds. Then we do shape bounds dot offset. The reason we're doing multiple layers, we could just use a rectangle and the whole problem goes away because we can do shape, no, option, is that we want to have a cute bottle shape. So, and the person has a thing, so we want to have a complicated region. But instead of having to create the complicated region checking the system, we're going to, what, shape bounds. So if shape is null or if sprite dot shape is null, and return. We can't collide. Oops, can't collide. Turn false. False. I know. Let's do the optimization in a second. So if anything's null, we return. Otherwise, we do this. So yes, technically every single frame we're updating the origin, and then it's going to destroy this and recreate it. But um, we'll fix that in a second, and we can probably do some profiling to see how many thousands of regions have been created. Yeah, it's sad you have to use it. I'm not sure if there's a we can probably roll our own sort of region detector, approximate region detector. So if you're loading a complicated shape, it doesn't have to do advanced mathematics. But there we go, 2, 1, 0, minus 1. There we go. Okay, and we can obviously move out of the way. Oh my gosh, I'm dying horribly. Okay, oh dear, I can't play my own game. Probably moving far too, the balls are moving far too fast, or maybe what's actually happening if I make it smaller, like a real runner. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Okay, so it's pretty high speed. We probably need to add some cool advanced gaming features. But there we have basic collision detection. So let's get rid of those red lines, but let's add a second sort of state to our game. But let's actually have a look and see what we've got so far. What have we actually changed? Let's have a look and see. We've got a game. Game has a comment update. We update the origin on each frame. That's what we do. And then we detect to see if a sprite overlaps a sprite. We remove the sprite and we destroy we reduce our lives. We've got given our shapes a size. And sprite now has logic to detect collisions. So we've got an origin, and this resets a special offset region. The shape also resets the offset shape, or the shape at origin. And then when we want to get the shape at origin, we can recreate it on demand, and we have a function here to detect the collisions. So it's probably not the most performant one in the universe, but I'm going to remove that because that's no longer useful. And reset that player and sprite player obstacle. So there it is, and I think we'll add another. Let's call it reward. Reward and reward, and this one's also going to be that, and we're going to draw a circle. Instead of having a black blob, we're going to have a color, and we're going to do is color dot gold. Let's just do gold for there. Then in our game, well, let's actually commit that. What we got? Let's take a reward. So added basic collision detection, right? We can now detect collisions between sprites colliding with an obstacle results in a loss of a life. That's what we've done. And of course we add a note here. Renamed location to origin to better describe function. Okay, so that. Now for our reward, right? That's going to be the same size dot, but now we need to get slightly more complicated logics for new, for that sprite. We might have the obstacles. Sprite. And then of course we can just do random if random dot next. There we go. Oops. Obviously we can do advanced cool logic over here to be make sure you get like 70% are obstacles and 30% are rewards, or make sure there's only ever 3 rewards on screen at any given time, that sort of thing. So make sure there's at least one on the screen, but make sure there's no more than 3, right? You don't have a stream of rewards, or maybe it's 5. There we go. There's some yellow and some black. Okay. So in our render loop, let's just shrink this a bit so that we can have a look. There's our score on left. So else if gonna detect it. Sprite is reward score plus plus. Now obviously it's not like an amazing system here. We've got lots of lives, we've got a new reward, a loss of life, another loss of life. Okay. Should get another reward. There we do. Okay. So there's our cool game. We can get those rewards. Whoops. Make sure we get all those rewards. Whoops, 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 whoops. Obviously, I'm a terrible player. My aim is not to be a good player, to be a game developer. Okay. So that's ugly looking, but it technically works. Let's try and you know what? We've got some cool drawing going on. Let's create the game menu so that when we lose, we have like a game over screen. And then you can do like play again, it pops back to here, or we can do go back to main menu. So I don't want to do the device manager. Okay, so here or reward obstacles are randomly chosen for now. Okay, so now we've done a bunch of drawing offsets and stuff. Let's go back to some XAML and get basic. So we start with the home screen. We're going to start with a menu. So the menu goes there, and you're going to do like, I don't know if shell is the amazingest way to do this. Let's just do this main menu and add a new page. Main menu page. And the root is going to be, I don't know, let's call this, can we just do root? And this can be game. I wonder if that's how it works. I'm not sure what values are allowed. Let's look it up on shell. Oops. I need to open my those tabs blue. So we do .NET Maui shell roots. Roots are not my strong suite. Shane's probably going to be Matthew. I've taught you this many times. Um, what is a root? Routing, perform navigation. Yeah, routes, as the Americans or other folks would say it. So I'm not. Well, let's test and see if just going to a slash or you know what? Let's leave that off. I don't know if that's cool. So we're gonna add a main menu page. Our content page, and we're gonna call this main menu page. Why is that complaining about something? Page mustn't have show navbar, and let's just follow our theme of indenting it like that, and some white space so we have a pretty thing. So theoretically we should be having main page first. I'll stick a button in there to start the game. This can be a button. Well, that's slowly building. Play, for styles, clicked. We can do on play, clicked. And we can do now on current. I wonder what the correct rules for navigation is. Do we do shell to current? Do we try and find the current shell? How do we know that? Obviously, we're not going to have more than one shell, but yeah, that seems to be the preferred way. Shell to current dot go to async. Wait. And we're going to go to the game. Here we go. There goes our navigation page. And we're going to save that. There we go. Oh, we exploded. Not supported. Try prefixing your URL triple slashes. How do we do double slash? Let's have a look. What was the docs saying? Global roots can't be the only page on the stack. From the specified route downwards. For the specified route, upwards, downwards, the current page. Downwards from the middle, four, whoosh. I mean, monkey. Just, we try and error. Trial and error. They suggest 3. Save that. Now, if you want to go to the game, How did you reach that route? I think I did in the app shell, in the app shell XAML. I got a root slash. I'm assuming that's root, and then I registered game. So I'm having when I click the button, I want to go to game. Um, there we go. Okay, I don't know what it's supposed to be. I'll have to read the docs. So then, obviously, we need to add a close button here, but obviously we run out of life. Let's just go back to main menu. So obviously main page is very confusing. Let's rename this to game page because let's be real here. Let's rename everything. Oops. Game page. Okay, and this one is going to be game page, game components, and app shell, game page. Title this, let's call this play because we're cool like that. So when the game page happens, no, class game page, right? XAML has gone bad. Do I have a bad XAML? Oh my goodness, we don't want that. That's gonna go. So right now we have no way of knowing that we have died. So we can obviously track the scores, or we can do using this thing. I believe there's a special something. No, changed. Oh, is it just? I think. However, that give me hints. Okay, .NET Community Toolkit MVVM. I think this is a partial class, right? Partial, partial. There we go. On lives remaining changed. There we go. Changed and changing. Yeah, thank you, Pedro. Let's pop your comment. There we go. That's amazing. Look at that. Thank you. I like the fun thing about streaming this is that even though it's I work on Maui and I do all this stuff, I don't actually use Maui in the sense that okay, how would I do certain scenarios like navigating? I don't even bring my navigation right or using the community toolkit, right? I work on specific sections in Maui, like for example, um, I was making the buttons. Okay, TJ did it did it better, but like making the buttons render an image correctly. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. So I never get to play with the whole package, which is always exciting. So if this is changed, then we can do an if value equals 0, and then we can do let's just do an event for now, a game over event. Um, Game over event? Yeah, let's just do that. Public event, uh, event handler, game state changed. All right, and then we can do game state changed event args. Yeah, like also I enjoy playing with Skier Sharp because like right now I'm drawing like, oh, what should I be using region path? I know all the APIs exist, but I've never used them in the sense of actually using them. So it's always exciting. Like, I think I know that I've written this code, I've dealt with it many times, and then oh wait a minute, I don't actually know what it is. Public shape change. We do full. Um, should we just do game over? Actually, what am I doing? Game over, game completed. There we go. Follow the .NET naming conventions. Game completed. Bool. Always, this is an endless runner. I mean, what am I doing? There's no possible chance to win. You can't win. I mean, actually, there is a chance to win. Not winning, but rather to int, and we can do current. Actually, Matthew, we can just get the score directly from the object. Look at this. I'm over engineering my problem. Game over. Okay. And then if you go to 0, we do game over, question mark dot invoke. Oh, I don't know why IntelliSense suggested that. Or did I paste it? So the game's over. Now obviously it's going to keep ticking. So what we're going to do is have a private bool is game over. It's false. Obviously pausing game, so equals true, and we can do if is game over, return. We don't want you to be able to if the update game is over, we thing drawing, we keep the drawing in the same state. Spawn new sprites, well that's only going to fire in the update loop, and the delta time is we don't care about that. There we go. So we can't move the player, we can't draw, but we will draw, but we can't update. So we can't move, we can't update, we can't do that, right? So theoretically, if I run this now, it's going to be absolutely amazing. My game page, I create a new game here. I actually need to also game dot, game. I got ahead of myself. I had to write the code. No, I want IntelliSense. Go. I probably should be using, the MVVM way, like all those things, commands and stuff. But it's half the time. It's like I'm only ever gonna have this one event at one time. And let's just for now do shell dot current dot go to async. And I wonder if I can just do that. I mean, for now we want to go there. Let's see. So as soon as we get three deaths in a row, we're just gonna quit. And we could show a pop-up. Let's do that in hot reload space so that we feel cool. I wonder if is the navigation going to create a new page or going to re-show the old page? So here we go, we're navigating, we're cool, we're happy. 1, 2, and 3. We crash. Okay. I mean, technically, I can just do that. Let's try that. Interesting that it's frozen. Yeah, I just want to go. Actually, yeah, I want to. How do we go back to me? That should pop it off the stack if I have done my routing correctly. Let's try and catch as many deaths as we can. There we go, and it's frozen again. Okay. Everything's frozen. I need to have a chat with Shane to ask the guy who is an expert to say, hey, what is the correct way to do this, right? Because my uh, override the stack uh, dash dash root. Oh, what? No, don't. No, not taskbar settings. Task manager. So in my mind, let me open Notepad. I have um, I'm thinking like in my mind I have like slash. This is the main menu. Then I click a button. I go to game, and this is the game. And then later on, I'm gonna have slash. I don't know, game. And then this is going to be, this the pop. Let's say score lives top things, and then I want to be able to go from either if the user presses quit, then I want to do like from the game page. I want to do like go to the root, or if I'm on the game page and I win or something, I want to slash do like go to over, and then of course when I click menu from the game over page, I want to go back to root. Is that like how things work? Like, or would I be registering lost control? What is the name of my game now? Live runner. Your studio's crashed. Must be some sort of dev. Yeah. Let me just quickly terminate Debian. I've lost it all. And .NET, no. MS Build. Okay, let's open that again. Saying if I want to have stack navigation, you shouldn't set your page on app shell. You should register it. I mean, I don't need to use a stack navigation, right? I can just totally just be like a normal person and just say, hey, I have slash menu, I have slash game, and then I have a new page. Let's just quickly fake it and do game over, and then this would be like game over. Yeah, there we go. So I have 3 pages, three pages on the stack. So at any point, I can go from here and I go game over and I go and I go to menu, right? Or I go to game over, right? So just going to do that. That should work, right? So if I'm on main page, I get to go to the game page, and then I go to game over. I go to the game over page, and I'll have a button to say go home, and then let's see. I hope I haven't broken sort of the operating system. Oh dear, this is very suspicious. Like, how can I have broken the operating system and make it 140? Because I don't like that random. Oh dear. I believe I have done something terrible. You got a main page. That was working. Shall let's see if I can terminate all the things that I know are the process. We're going to do MS build. We're going to do .NET, and we're going to do. I don't think. Oh my goodness! What is that? That took so long. It's shocking. Yeah. One more time. Something was freezing, but when I quit MS Build, there we go. I don't know how MS Build is locking. Here we go. Okay, we got to the game. Let's wait till we die. Okay, and there we go. Okay. Who knows? Is this the best way to do game navigation? I don't know. But it's what we're doing. So let's add a new page for the game over. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want to use the community toolkit pop-up, right? So when the game's over, you show a pop-up. So we're going to remove game over. Wait a minute. I know something. I need to go offline soon. So community toolkit. Right. There's some toolkit Maui pop-up, right? There's some cool things here. So oh, my hand is getting itchy now. The pain has stopped. The itchiness has started. How do we do pop-ups in registering pop-ups with the, I remember seeing it somewhere. Show pop-up, close pop-up, bokeh button, pop-up in shell, styling, pop-up, shell navigation. Okay, I think I might need to do a shell. Isn't it like roots dot, oh my goodness, root factory, is that it? No, I have no idea. How did you register roots? Look at this, I mean, I know so little about, no wait, why is that? Oh wait, something's happening with my browser. It's reloading pages. Root factory or routing, right? Routing dot. Really pop up shell root. Pop-ups and shell don't like each other. So there we go. Let's go there. It's a starting point. Oh, what's this? Hello. Probably the most bugs from shell, where you go my app, and then main page, kind page, navigation page. Is this bug being fixed? Shower account. There we go. Shower account show pop up. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. The reason you do the registration, I think, was because you're registering um, the view model or something. The game over. Here we go. Shower current dot pop up. No. What did this do? Show. See extension method. No. I feel like I done something. Otherwise, I'm just going to manually do a pop up. Give me the code. Great pop-up stuff in Maui. Oh, there's those pop-ups. Ew, boring pop-ups. We want community toolkit pop-ups. Ah, yes. Community toolkit dot. No, what? Wait. Do am I living in a sad world where I haven't installed a critical dependency? Like I think the problem is the guy behind toolkit Maui. I think the guy behind the keyboard doesn't. There we go. Not even installed. Oops, no. I click so fast and I click the link, and Maui is what we want. So the reason the pop-up wasn't appearing is because I let's see. I feel like there was a way that we got to use. Oh, there was the README. We can copy this line. I like the it's going to give me the squiggles saying haven't haven't done it really. Okay. Fix with Copilot. So quick the computer doesn't. Is it like no, not? Was there a special way? I was to go quickly look at pop up. No wait, wait a minute. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. GitHub Unity toolkit slash Maui. There we go. Look at that. Pop up. There we go. Look at the pop up service. Okay. Is this what I want? Is there a pop up service dot pop up or something? Is there a static show pop up? Okay. Oh, we can make a pop up control, but for now, let's just do. Can I do this? Shadow current dot pop. There we go. Look at that. I think that's what I'm looking for. Then of course we need to show a T pop-up. I'm actually going to look at the code. Like the show pop-up on there. What is why is it on shell like as opposed to pop-up dot show or something? Um, Pop-up service. Pop-up service. Extensions. There we go. Let's just see exactly what magic. Okay, so there's some cool things. Logical child pop up. Okay, does a bunch of stuff that does some cool things. So what I need to do is create a pop up. Now I believe I can just steal the right. There's a pop up XAML buttons pop up. Let's see what the syntax is. MCT pop up. You know what? We copy this. So probably a scientific way to do it. So let's just do add new item. I wonder if there's a way for like install a NuGet package and you can get additional item templates so that the community toolkit can put pop-up in here. Maui, should do that one, and we're going to do game over pop-up. Oh yeah. Oh no, I did the wrong one. I want XAML for life. Add new item. Content page. I think I need to figure out a way to get to get some cool images next time. So we're gonna do class. Is that all we got? Here we go. Pop up Maui. Whether it doesn't matter. Let's put the class at the end just because it's the way we like it. And I can go over here. Basically, just put a label here. Oh, let's put a button here for now. Button text is equal to yo. All right. So this is a pop-up. This pop-up is going to be shown here and do. Oh, I don't do any of that. I do game over pop-up, right? Did I? One. Wasn't that generic? Why? Losing all sense of. Okay, this is the page T pop-up. It doesn't create new pop-up for me, right? I have to new it. Okay, well, no need to stress. There we go. I feel like that was correct. Change the result. Oh, I know why. I did this that show pop-up. Okay. What is the difference between shell.navigate versus pop-up, right? So we go back to that. Pop-up service extensions. We got pop-up extension shared, right? So as we just show pop-up, it seems to be doing delete the pop-up and return result, right? But does a normal pop-up do? Is that not show pop-up? Oh my gosh, another one. This, oh, you mean like anything, any page? Oh, I see. I see what you mean. It's not. It doesn't have to be shell. Shell was just a random Pedro comment that I saw. Isn't that what you wrote in your comment? Where is my? It's gone now. But there was that comment. I don't know. Maybe this. So pop up, async, and then we do new game over pop up, right? So there we go. Look at that. Because it's going to fit into this dot display. Interesting why. It would fit nicely if it was. Look at that. It's display snack bar, but it's show pop up. Why not display pop up? But hey, I'm not going to judge the naming. You should see my naming. All right. So maybe we achieved full power now. I forgot shell is a page, which is interesting. Okay, so have a look at shell. At this point, do we even need shell? No, we can't really swap out main page. And we can put a button in the pop-up, which will take us back to root. So let's just copy some. Oh, what? No, wait. I worked on the wrong page. No, we didn't write that. Game page shows game over. I can do this, right? Then the main page, what was I, where was I typing? Here we go. I I went full power. Wait for the app to load and let's correct everything. All right, no code change. Click play. Yo. Okay, so at least the pop-up appeared. So when the pop-up appears, we need to go and let's put a quick click here. Clicked, and we're going to do on main menu clicked. Main menu. Right, so theoretically this should allow us to go back to our main menu by, let me, wonder, game page. Yeah, I don't, do I have to dismiss the pop-up first? So if I'm on a pop-up and I'm like, oh, take me back to the main menu, right? What's going to happen with that pop-up? Should I be dismissing? Maybe that's what your comment was. Because this does some cool stuff, loading, unloading, and all that. Theoretically, I don't know why I'm saying theoretically. In my mind, when you show the pop-up on the page, it is a logical child. So I'm assuming if it's unloaded, right, then it's going to unload the pop-up. We shall find out. Play, right? We probably need to speed up this game so that I die quicker. Okay, oh no, I'm died. The main menu, I click main menu. Ha, the pop-up's still there. So at least the navigation works. So what we can do, this dot pop. How do you dismiss a pop-up? Yeah, they set some sort of result, right? Let's show the pop-up. Closing a pop-up. Programming pop-up closing. Close or close, okay. And they're saying it's close. So, no, close. Close versus close async. Is there a difference? Can I check the source? It's closed, just close. Unclosed. I suppose I want to await the whole close and then navigate back. I'm assuming that's what it does. Close async with a token. That's what I want. There you go. All right, tapping outside the pop of this control through the. Okay, look at that. All your genius help has allowed me to not wander around aimlessly in the depths of shell. See if I make this smaller so we can rapidly slam into obstacles. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to get any bad things. give me bad things, please. There we go. Main menu. There we go. Look at that. Navigation is completed. We can ship the product. Okay, now we just got to figure out how to style this thing. But assuming the basics are there, the infrastructure is there, we commit this. Wow, many moons have passed. I've shell as a menu and a play. Game has a game over to pause the game. But I didn't actually see what happens when you run, you die, and you get a new game. Okay. It's paused. Hmm. Showing the same page again. That's because it's in shell, right? Technically, I would need to create a new page. I wonder how that works. So if you click main menu and you click go to game, it's almost like it's a tab, swapping between two tabs, and the game is over. Now, I'm going to do the event saying having shell navigation has happened. So, we don't really want to. Do we want to have a register? We don't need to register a new. Is it better just to register a new page versus calling like game.reset? No, let's this point. Shell is looking scarily not what we want. I don't know. I have to speak to Shane. How are we supposed to do this game? Right? This is this going to register it like a stack navigation or something? Register root. Game. Then following Shane's suggestions. Yeah. I feel like I'm doing navigation wrong. Being psychically judged. Okay, there we go. We've got a cool animation. Now we've got a back button, even though I'm pretty sure the game page has no voice. Okay, back. We died. We go back to main menu. There we go. I mean, that's cool, right? Because we've got animation, you can probably override it. And there we go again. Okay. I don't understand, to be really fair, what the slashes. Okay. I'm popping, pushing game onto the stack. So I'm registered effectively. Oh no, not that one game. I'm going to game. Where's that? Where's the description of that? This is where it gets me. Right? Now it's matching push to the navigation stack. Replace the navigation stack. Okay, so it's a global route. We're pushing it to the stack. But then, yeah, okay. For me, I see a slash as go back to the root. But then we've got 2 and then 3. I'm gonna need to speak to Shane and we need to update this table. I think I've been here before in the same dilemma and I just cried. I'm not sure what is supposed to happen, but I have faith. I have faith in it. It works. All right, so we're going to close our pop-up. We have. I mean, I wonder. We just keep the pop-up, close, and we let the game page decide, right? Passing state. Um, Why is it just plain object? Is there no way to be more type? Yeah. Now, whatever on the game page and I do, let's just say, okay, that's great. Going back to the menu is great. But what happens if I want to, right? Can I do that? Or we go to slash menu slash game. I mean, I want to start a new game from the game page, or yeah. I think I'm gonna have to do some advanced research into this, because what I am seeing here is that I'm on the main menu, and then on the menu page I go to the game, and that shows the game page. But when I'm on the game page, do I have to pop the game page first? I'm already on that page. Wonder if I can do that. Right. Do I just pop another game? Just push game upon game. Let's first run with the dot dot. This is where it'll work. Gonna pop another game page. Push. Oh, this is gonna push a new game. There, push a new game. And why is the pop-up not disappearing? Oh, I haven't closed it. But then the pop-up did disappear. Oh, oh my goodness. That's an interesting observation. Um, maybe life would just be easier if I just make it when you navigate to the game page, it resets the game. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do actually. Absolute roots double slash. But I am going to actually leave it for now. I am quite tired, but I think we've got basic game navigation. We don't have a way to um, restart the game or try again, but that's a. I'll have a chat with Shane and figure out what I'm supposed to do. And probably going to be like, you're doing the whole thing wrong. You're supposed to be using shell 2.0 secret button. Press. There we go. Game. Let's give us death. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, main menu. What? Now it's stopped working. Help me. Help me, computer. Um, Go to slash game. Then when you go to the game page, pop up. Um, did that just work? There we go. Maybe I was holding it wrong. Let me check it again. I'm not sure. Can I control the game page? Back, uh, shall go back, nav, back, button behavior. Oh, that is a behavior. It's visible. Did an object recreate? No. That learning about the things I've never seen before in my life. There we go. That's what I want. Oof, I died quickly. Back to main page. I mean, actually, I don't want to do that. Where's that? Okay, that's fine. I don't know if I like the transitions and stuff, but I can sit here all day feeling not 100% happy. There we go. So the game, yeah, I need to figure out the show navigation. I feel very sad that I don't know it. When the game is over, we pause the game, we have a pop-up that says main menu. Um, Obviously the pop-up needs a size. We'll do that in a second. We've got our game page that we've enjoyed. We have our project that has to have that removed. We don't accidentally regret it later. And we've got some basic game over. We've got point collection. So we've done a bit of stuff. We obviously once it looks a bit sad and no music. So the dots are very boring to look at, but once we get styling and pictures in, all of a sudden it becomes a game. And then I do also want to come up with a leveling algorithm, maybe like it starts off slow, you dodge the things, and it gets faster and faster. More obstacles come, maybe get different obstacles. Um, Maybe you get a bottle and you get 3 points, and a pacifier you get 1 point, and you step in a poop, you lose a life, and maybe we can have some bonus, wash your hands, you get an extra life back or something, who knows. So we've got a basic structure of a game. I need to come up with a sort of a more list of things, but I can do that later. Anyway, this was quite fun. I figured out I don't know how to do navigation. Thanks for the stuff, the help with the pop-ups. I like the pop-ups. I don't want to keep navigation pages, but overall, we're almost done. Let's just do added game over um, over game over pop-up now appears. Um, basic menu implemented. Menu. One scary button. And okay, yeah, to do navigation is weird, and yeah, there is weird. Okay, I'll create some more issues. Yeah, I know I'm not a super interesting, chatty person talking about things. I've seen other people streaming, but I do enjoy coding and I enjoy learning. So hopefully um, that was interesting enough. And yeah, I was probably going to have another go at this later on this week as well. But yeah, thanks for hanging out and see you on the next one.